If we have selective attention and we've got a mission, a path of purpose in our lives that we can master and focus that attention in the right direction, then that's a good thing. Hi, Dr. Dan here, and I guide students to be smart about higher education and live a life that matters. In our Wisdom for the Week, this week discusses, first, have you ever seen a video of a gorilla? They call it the invisible gorilla video. And so that's where they're doing a couple of guys named Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in 1999 did a video, and they called it the Selective Attention Test. And what they did was got 6 participants to put, 3 of them were in white shirts, 3 were in black shirts. They had them passing basketballs back and forth. And so they were kind of weaving in and out, roaming around and passing this basketball. So he told the audience, that were the people that were watching this video, I want you to count the number of passes that the white shirted people made. And so people, you kind of focused in on that, and some people came up with the right number, some people came up with the wrong number. But in the midst of all those passings going on, what happened was there's this person in a gorilla suit that kind of struts into the middle of the group, goes like this, and then turns and keeps walking, or whatever direction it's going, keeps walking out the other side of the video. Just short, but not fast, just slowly going through there. And so then the experimenters, they asked the audience, they said, how many passes did you see passed amongst the white shirted people? And people came up with the right number, the wrong number. And then they asked, how many of you saw the person in the gorilla suit? How many of you saw the gorilla? And only half the people raised their hands. So they called that selective attention. Now, that selective attention can be good, it can be bad. So if we're caught up in the urgent but unimportant with selective attention on stuff that's really not important, it's a bad thing. If we have selective attention and we've got a mission, a path of purpose in our lives that we can master and focus that attention in the right direction, then that's a good thing. You may have seen the video of Doug the talking dog, where he's talking to humans and they're just marveling at him able to communicate with this caller, and he's talking with them, having this great conversation, and all of a sudden he goes, squirrel. And so he gets easily distracted. I'm kind of the squirrel guy. I kind of chase shiny objects. So I have to constantly battle to get selective attention on good things. So to bring clarity on some previous videos we had, vision, we talked about that, and that's the why we do certain things. That's kind of emotional behind it, the emotions behind things. That's why we get up every day to do something. Mission or path of purpose is kind of how we do things, or what we're doing every day, the kind of the step-by-step process of what we're doing. And then core values would be how we do it, or the principles we operate by in order to accomplish the things that we're doing every day. So just a little clarity there. So we're locking in on mission, or what we'll use synonymously as path of purpose. And so everything is under this umbrella in our lives that we're going, and I'm encouraging you to put everything under this umbrella of vision, mission, and core values. Regardless of what area of your life it's in, we need to be operating under principled living with a mission in mind, an intent, a purpose, and that way we get things accomplished. We live a fulfilling life. We can look back with no regrets. So we don't want to be chasing shiny objects. We don't want to be spending our time on the urgent but unimportant. So in order to keep this selective attention and mission on the things that are important, it needs to be fun, it needs to be exciting, it needs to be fulfilling, meaningful for us, and something that we can sustain over the long haul. There's a bug there. And sustain over the long haul. So that's a key to this path of purpose and to this selective attention that we're operating, that mode that we're operating in. So what's my mission or my path of purpose? I tell it to you every day. that I have one of these videos, and that's guiding students to be smart about higher education and live a life that matters. Now, some people fall into that, parents or whatever, and they want to live a life that matters. They want to be smart about their lives. They can fall under that umbrella, but I'm targeting, on students right now and looking to help them on that path of purpose in their lives. So what mission isn't? It's a bunch of vague goals. So I just want to get an education. I like to learn. I want to be a better person. That's not mission. Those are nice things, but it's not mission. It's not focused enough. It doesn't have that selective attention component to it that accomplishes anything concrete. So mission isn't about creating a life of ease or without problems. It's not about avoiding stress or confrontation. It's not about curling up on the couch and watching a good movie all the time. And that's your main effort, or the things you always look forward to. If you're always looking forward to that, you just haven't locked into that mission. You can find that. You can find that thing that gets you excited, that you wake up to do every day, that you find excitement in a transcending cause for your life. So mission is looking for a problem that your skill set can solve in this world. Because there's a bunch of problems out there, if you haven't noticed lately, that this world has a lot of issues and problems that all of us have a gifting and a talent and a skill to solve and contribute to the overall cause of humanity and mankind. So a passion that mission is having a passion. It's having some super awesome goals. It's overcoming fears that we have to plow through to accomplish that thing that is on our hearts, that we're gifted to do, that the skill sets that we have to take courage to forge through and accomplish and live a life that means something, do something that makes a difference. So mission extremes would be Elon Musk. He created the Tesla car, and if you read, there's a great book I just finished on his biography, and he just plowed through and went against all the grain on all the things that car companies did before. He runs SpaceX, which is it's the private industry of taking rockets into space. Just fascinating stuff. So he's kind of the extreme. He's an outlier. Now, what he did is he's had selective attention. He's so focused. He's cutting edge. He's doing all these wonderful things. But in his life, he was on at least his second divorce, and I think he's going on his third time. So that kind of he let that fall short in the other area of his life. So the other extreme of not having any mission would be a sloth. If you've ever seen a sloth, the animal, they're just slow moving. They kind of crawl along. They sleep 20 hours a day, and they just exist to eat. That's pretty much basically what they do. So we don't want to be in the sloth mode. I don't think we want to lean towards the Elon mode of having that focus and that overall transcendent cause, because he thinks humanity needs to go live on another planet. That's his transcendent cause. He's not just going there for the sake of going there and improving technology. He really believes that we need to colonize another planet. So what we want to do is we don't want to lose sight of what priorities are in our lives. And we can do that with selective attention, but the selective attention, if anything that we have this strength, if it's overused, it turns into a weakness. So we have to have this managed tension. It's not a balance. There's no balance in life. At certain times of your life, like when you're in college and you don't have commitments and family and obligations, you can do a lot of stuff that you normally can't do when you're married and have kids and have to provide and feed 2, 3, 4 mouths at a time. So every part of life has this selective managed stress attention. So we want to look at the parts of our lives, keep that balance. When the family does come into being after we've gone to school, then we want to be able to prioritize that family, because that makes a difference too. We want to prioritize our health. If I get all these accomplishments and I'm unhealthy and I'm sick and I can't enjoy any of them, then I lost that managed tension between the spheres of my life and the aspects of my life. So just as envision, you want to find that, how do you get this path of purpose? What do we want to do? What do we want to accomplish with this? Just as envision, you want to find the sweet spot or flow. What's your sweet spot? Where can you contribute? What is enough tension for you, that keeps it exciting for you, but it's not too much so that you end up crashing and burning in other areas of your life. You want to be accountable to others. You want to operate by core values. You don't want to get to this managed stress, this selective attention by tramping on people and just, not following principles. And above all, you want to have some fun. You want to enjoy what you're doing. Making a living isn't necessarily always enjoyable, but there needs to be fun aspects of it, because if you go 10, 20, 30 years working at something you really didn't have fun doing, the stress involved is could burn you out, or you're not excited about what you accomplished. So have some fun. So if this video was helpful to you, please pass it on, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to my website if you want to get these videos. If you want to get them on a regular basis where I can email them to you. I'm not going to send you tons of emails. I'm just going to send you these selected videos and just get you tied in so that you get this each week, get this encouragement, and get on board with getting that selective attention and the path of purpose that you have for your life. So this is Dr. Dan, and I want you to know where you're going in your life, become the person you were destined to be, and make a difference in the world. What we do want is that goal behind the goal, and that trumps any sophisticated goal system.